It's here, and if you stay to the end of the video, I'll show how you can get this for a month free. Welcome to Spacecraft Guide, the channel that goes over the most iconic spacecraft in the world. In this issue of Spacecraft Guide, we continue our work on the lunar lander and now on the new panel, which here is panel 8, which is the explosive devices. This week, we're going to work on the landing gear deploy talkback. And when you click on it, it takes you to the landing gear deploy talkback page. So all 4 landing gear assemblies must deploy to generate this telemetry code, which is here. The gray display indicates that the landing gear assemblies are deployed. The barber pole display, which is what this is right here, indicates landing gear assembly are stowed. And if we want to see how this all works, we go into the schematics, and then we go back to the explosive device subsystem functional diagram here, and here is the landing gear deploy talkback. So when it is armed here, and it is fired, when the landing gear is deployed, it will be shown here when the landing gear is in the down and locked position. Now, to see what device actually explodes to do this, we have to come down here and we see our explosive device descriptions. This is the landing gear uplock and cutter assembly. So this is what drops the gear. Now here we have the descent stage mounting interface. So that is to the spacecraft itself, to the fuselage. Then we have the landing gear primary strut mounting interface. So that is the gear. So when this charge is set off by the initiator and detonated, it cuts this strap housing attachment. And when it cuts that, the gear free falls and springs into the landing position. So that is the exploding device that gets the gear down and allows them to land on the spacecraft, or on the surface of the moon. Today's the day. It's the day that you can join the Spacecraft Interactive Virtual Museum, and you can get the whole month of July for free. So what do you get? Well, there are 3 memberships. You have the Historic Spacecraft for $4, up to the Present Spacecraft for $7, and Into the Future for $12. So what basically you get in the Historic is all the spacecraft that have gone up to this time. So you get Apollo, you get the shuttle, and then you find out how I work on it, and then you can give me feedback. And then you can also get some merch that's coming up, some stuff that we're going to do as apps for the spacecraft. Up to the present, that gets everything in Historic and includes the International Space Station plus private access to me creating the panoramas. So you can see what I am doing and how I'm doing it and get an idea of what it takes to make this. And then finally, $12 a month Into the Future. So not only do you get Historic Spacecraft, not only the International Space Station up to the present spacecraft, but you get Artemis and going to the moon. I use my resources within NASA to get the imagery within the Artemis spacecraft. So you'll be able to see what it takes to go to the moon today. And we are going to the moon, and we're going to stay. And again, you also get me showing you how I do the panoramas. So sign up today. You've got all of July free. So if you sign up today, which July 1st you have the whole 30 days. If you join July 2nd, you get 29 days. So the sooner you join, the more time you have to explore for free. And then if you don't like it, you can just cancel. That's all for this week. If you would like to use this interactive virtual reality exhibit on the command module, the lunar module, and the surface of the moon, just go to our Patreon page and the link will be down below.